Racing heart, tight chest, dizziness, shaking, shortness of breath. These sensations can feel terrifying. But what if I told you they're not signs that something's wrong, they're signs that something is working exactly as it should? In this video, I'm going to explain what anxiety symptoms really are, why they happen, and why they don't need to scare you. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Tim Box. I'm a mind coach and anxiety therapist. And for almost 15 years now, I've been helping people understand and take control of their anxiety response. One of the most common reasons people end up feeling scared by anxiety is because of the physical sensations that come with it. People often say things like, I could cope with the thoughts, but it's the symptoms that really frighten me. So in this video, I want to explain exactly where those sensations come from, and more importantly, why they're not actually dangerous. Let's start with something really important. Anxiety doesn't have symptoms. Anxiety isn't an illness, so it doesn't produce symptoms in the medical sense. What people call anxiety symptoms are actually healthy physical sensations that come from activating the stress response, also known as fight or flight. Some of them are instant responses to your body filling with adrenaline. Some are the result of spending too much time in fight or flight over a protracted period. But it's treating these natural physical responses like symptoms of illness that causes us to give them importance. When your mind believes something important is happening, especially if there's any perceived threat, it prepares your body for action. That's why people experience things like a racing or pounding heart, which is just your body pumping blood to the muscles. Rapid or shallow breathing, which is your body increasing the oxygen in your system. Muscle tension or shaking, which is your body preparing for immediate movement. Dizziness or lightheadedness, which is a result of the changes in blood flow as your system prioritizes your major organs over your extremities. And many other very noticeable but very natural physical sensations. None of these are signs of damage. They're signs of a healthy nervous system doing exactly what it evolved to do. If someone suddenly jumped out at you from behind a door, the jolt to your system and subsequent physical reaction probably wouldn't cause you to think something was going wrong with your heart. You'd think, hey, that scared me. You might even laugh about it afterwards. The only difference with anxiety is that the trigger isn't always so obvious. So if this is all perfectly natural, then why do some people get strong physical sensations and others don't? Well, this is where fear comes in. Anxiety itself is about importance, directing your attention. Fear is what adds the physical intensity. The moment you start to fear feeling anxious, the moment you think these sensations mean something's wrong, you've now added threat into the equation. And threat activates the fear. The fear activates fight or flight, and fight or flight is what causes the sensations. So these feelings aren't happening because anxiety is severe or because you're in some way predisposed to a high anxiety response. They're happening because anxiety has become the thing you're afraid of. So all these sensations you're calling anxiety symptoms, they're not anxiety at all. They're fear. And fear comes with all of these slightly more exaggerated reactions from your body. But even though there are more natural physical sensations associated with fear than you might realize, there's also one other very important cause that we have to talk about. Most people have heard of the placebo effect, where believing something will help you actually produces improvement. Your mind creates the effect it imagines and expects. The nocebo effect is the opposite of that. If you believe something is wrong with your body, if you expect negative sensations, if you're watching yourself closely for signs of illness, your mind is perfectly capable of creating the experience you're currently focusing on. So whilst it feels real to you, it's not real in the strictest sense. It's simply your amazing mind imagining something so brilliantly that it presents to you as real. And if you're finding it hard to accept that your mind would imagine such horrible things, then think of it more like this. What we focus on grows, and we inevitably focus on the thing we regard to be of threat to us. So if certain potential sensations are perceived to be the thing that threatens us most, then our mind will focus on that so intently that it might well create a subjective experience of that threat as if it's actually happening. Turns out the mind and body are deeply connected. When someone believes their heart is fragile, they notice every heartbeat. When someone believes dizziness is dangerous, they notice every sensation of lightheadedness. Attention amplifies experience. Now, I know this sounds good as an explanation in theory, but you're probably still having a hard time believing that your mind can create these sensations to the degree you're experiencing them just by thinking about it. Well, I'm going to tell you why this isn't actually as much of a stretch as you think it is. But before I do that, if the information in this video is resonating with you and you'd like some more help, then I have a members area of this channel where you get access to my full anxiety relief program and weekly live Q&As with me. Or if you'd like to go a step further than that and get some one-to-one guidance, then you can book in with me for a free online consultation and we'll find out if I can be of help. You'll find links to both of those options in the description below. Clients will often say to me that they understand what I'm talking about regarding why these sensations happen, but it just doesn't feel possible that the way they feel can be purely down to their mind feeling threatened. They just can't shake the feeling that there must be something actually wrong. Well, let me put it this way. If someone came racing into this room with a weapon of some kind, looking like they're about to attack me, then I would go into an instant fight or flight response. At least I hope I would. I've been known to be pretty oblivious to what's going on around me at times in the past. But the point is, my heart rate would shoot through the roof, I'd break into a sweat, my muscles would tense up, and I'd probably experience a whole load of other physical responses that I just wouldn't notice because I wouldn't be pausing to wonder why I felt this way. I'd be focusing on the imminent threat of the guy with the weapon. But here's the thing, it isn't the attacker that caused this to happen. It's my mind perceiving threat. If I failed to notice him, then my body would do nothing. It's my understanding of the situation that causes the reaction, not the situation itself. So here's the key question. If your body can produce all these sensations when there is danger, why is it so hard to believe it can produce them when you just think there's danger? That's all fear is doing. You're not broken, you're not malfunctioning, you're responding to perceived threat. And very often that threat is simply the fear of feeling anxious itself. When it comes to so-called anxiety symptoms, remember this: there are no symptoms, only sensations. And these sensations come as a natural part of fear. So the goal isn't to stop the sensations as a matter of urgency, it's to stop treating them like a threat. When your mind understands this can't hurt me, it stops fearing them, and as a result, it stops sounding the alarm. And of course, when the alarm stops, the sensations naturally fade. Anxiety sensations aren't a sign that something is wrong. They're a sign that your nervous system is trying, maybe a little clumsily, to protect you. The more you understand that, the less you fear these sensations, and inevitably, the quieter they become. If this video helped you see anxiety differently, please give it a like and subscribe for new videos every week. In fact, you can watch another one right here. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching. I'm Tim Box. Always remember, be kind to your mind, and I'll see you next time.